Welcome back. This is game 2 already. We dove straight into the next game and we are immediately out of it again. So,
Client bug,
yeah.
I'm guessing. Client bug, I'm guessing.
I would assume so. Like there have been a lot of client bugs. It must have to do something with custom games. Like only started to do these weird things in a new patch. So I hope that does get fixed soon, because it's not as nice if you have to remake the lobby all the time. It gets actually pretty annoying at some point. But I do have to say, like last game, it was such a very sudden win from Inspire.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, they just won a fight. It's like super minions coming in top lane. It's like, oh wait, they can actually finish already.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty surprising, and of course it's well, not really surprising that they want to keep on going pretty fast after the first game, because it is getting quite late, and not only we, but also they have to get up pretty early tomorrow for the finals if they make it. So they will continue on quickly, get the second game under the ropes, and so far bans are looking quite the same. Inspire going for Azir, Mordekaiser so far, and Zac dropping in there.
Coming back there too, but actually.
Oh wow, sure. I see. Okay, so they get the Fiora. They banned Fiora last time.
Yes, they did, and Fiora is an all-time Warsaw champion.
Yeah,
it definitely is. Well, it was the old Fiora though that the pre-reworked Fiora, where he had some success on backdooring the Nexus and all that shenanigans.
Yeah.
But I wonder how he will do on the new Fiora. I've not seen him on the new Fiora myself, so I'm really excited to see him on this Fiora pick. And indeed, Zac, I don't know, like it is a pick that's been coming back, but they do tend to ban it just to try and get the Fiora or get one of these OPs at least.
I think they threw them off because they did the same bans, Azir, Mordekaiser. They didn't do Fiora, and the Jax ban was pretty quick afterwards. So I don't even think they noticed it in time, and Instalock Fiora came in.
So maybe some mind games coming in there this time. Maybe it is actually mind games, huh?
I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Braum and Orianna being the first rotation for AST, so it looks like they want to run with a skirmish/team fight composition again. And Nidalee being picked up for Kadir again. He had reasonable success. Like I don't have to say it's like outstanding, but he had pretty good success on it in last game.
If you look at his stats, he had the highest kills. He had like 6 kills, 6, 1, and 3 or something, and all the carries had 1 kill and like 5 or 6 assists. So he was picking up the kills and doing quite a lot of damage.
Securing them.
Securing the kills, not stealing them, of course, as every jungler does. And yeah, they're gonna pick it up again. So he quite likes that pick, but this time they're gonna head for the Victor in the mid lane. Of course, Orianna was stolen away by Knights for this time, so answered with the Victor.
Yeah, Victor being picked up, nice steady wave clear as well for pretty solid mid lane. We've not seen him as much anymore. I mean, we've seen like a small tweaks onto him, but he is still a very solid mid lane, and now Gnar being locked in as well for the severe. Well, Fiora is already locked in too. Can still go in mid lane though. Like sometimes it is played in the mid lane in case Morsu does want to go for Yasuo top lane again. Would not be surprised if they actually pulled that off, since Morsu is a big fan of the Yasuo top lane, of course, especially Gnar picked into it. But indeed, Gnar pretty solid pick versus these juggernauts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so Victor's gonna be support, or?
Oh yeah.
No worries.
It's getting too late. It's just getting too late.
Because I was gonna say, I mean, Victor top lane has been played in high elo solo queue a bit, but I
just give up.
I doubt it.
I just give up.
So Jinx and Alistar here again. Jinx was comboed with Braum last time, I think. So they mixed up the supports at least.
I think she was like, this time the Braum is on the other side of the team though, so it will be the Alistar instead, so still have some form of disengage there, and also team fight setup, because yes, you do have like the soft CC, you do have like the slow into the stun of the gravity field from the Victor, but it's not secured either. Then you have the Jinx trap, so it's also not that reliable, so it's nice to have like a tanky frontliner into the Alistar. also with like good AoE CC, because AST has a lot of it.
Yeah, if I look at these team comps as is, I kind of like the AST comp a bit more. Just because they have a more rounded team composition, they have a good disengage with Braum and Gragas ultimate. Also good abilities to re-engage, both with Sivir, with the On the Hunts. Orianna can follow it up along with Gnar jumping in Mega Form, Orianna ulti on top of it. So they have good ways of engaging and disengaging. But the thing is, I mean, Fiora, I am kind of worried if he's going to snowball. Fiora has been quite scary. Uh, so
No.
it's going to be down more to solo skills in this one, I think.
Or it is going to be a lane swap again.
I wouldn't be surprised, but
They would avoid the 1v1 on the Fiora and the Gnar.
yeah,
And also, it is still a scaling matchup for the Jinx in this case.
yeah.
And Severe Brom can be quite an annoying lane to deal with as Jinx Alistair.
I mean, Inspire has been.
Welcome back. This is game 2 between Inspire and AST. This is the lower bracket final, so the winner of this lower bracket final will go to the grand final tomorrow in a best of 5, fighting for the first place of a €1,200 prize. My name is Gevous. This is Kronos. We're from Gamershub, and we are here to shoutcast these matches of the Trust League of Legends tournament here at the Reality 16 LAN.
Yeah, and this time no deep invades group top stack 5 into backline.
Perfect lines. Look
Yeah,
at that.
it's
Perfect lines. Like also all in row, like against each other. It's amazing.
it's like those custom games where you have like arena, and each side of the team needs to set up in the river bush next to the mid lane, and every time one of the players enters the arena, they need to battle 1v1, and then the next player of the enemy comes in, they need to battle 1v1. It was kind of looking like that, but I doubt they're gonna try that one here in this
It would
loser
be
bracket
quite an
final.
exciting game 2.
Yeah.
Best of 3. Like I do have to give you that. I do have to give you that.
Well, at least it's not like that. We have an ARAM LCS match once. It gave a lot of drama.
We did. It was such a long time ago, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's like 2 years ago, I think. It's,
Like, well,
it's
Mundo
been
was
quite
still
back.
played, like, sometimes at least. Like, I don't even remember. It was like where Mundo came. It was before Mundo came back into meta. But anyway, I'm really excited to see more so on this Fiora. I don't think I've seen him play Fiora myself yet. On the reworked Fiora at least, that is. But it looks like the lane swap will be initiated by AST, so maybe they do want to just pull down Morsu as much as possible. But you would suppose the Gnar is there to deal with the Fiora, unless they
Kind of.
go for the blind swap that where they expected the enemy to lane swap.
The thing is, of course, Fiora is such a highly banned character. It is quite difficult for players to get practice onto laning against it. So, I mean, it is a highly banned champion in solo queue, so I wonder if Shardy is comfortable in that 1v1. Maybe he isn't, and maybe they're just opting for the one. Oh, Knuwer coming in there with a cheeky headbutt.
Yeah,
Just
a quick drive-by. Quick drive-by on the headbutt, just like, nope, you're not recalling yet. You have to take a little bit longer. Now, it is always the pretty silent mid lane in these lane swaps, so I do not expect too much action to be going on. However, as soon as I say that, I do see Nob roaming in this mid lane, goes for the headbutt, pulverized Knight, taking a lot of damage from that small roam. And maybe we actually will see an instant dragon even from 1nspire, but we do see for the straight invade, they actually go for the 4-man turret push.
Oh, man.
However, they don't have that big of a ramp up on minions, but the next minion wave will be coming in. They just have to clear these minions out, so then they can actually go for the full-on turret push. Kadir apparently had a little bit of an interference with Rari. We did not catch that on stream, unfortunately, but it is Kadir being back and helping to push this one out. And which one will fall first? That's always the question. It looks like the 4-man push will win against the 3-man push, which makes sense. And also the bot turret is a little bit easier to take compared to the top lane turret. No wait, it's actually vice versa.
Yeah, it's vice versa because the bottom lane has extra armor.
Because indeed of the dual lane situation, and also because of the balance with the dragon area and all that shenanigans, you know.
Yeah.
But let's not go that deep. We do see that Trunks though is going for a little bit of clearing in the enemy jungle, just denying as much as possible and get as much as possible for himself. That's why he also has like that nice level lead. So what will Kadir be focusing on now? Part of his jungle is gone. Like, what can he do?
He can try to set up a gank on this mid lane. He is looking around, but there's a lot of players hanging around here from both sides actually. They're gonna go for the fight. Strong's looking, but see the 3rd man in there. Don't want to fight them 2v3 just yet.
Yeah, Kadir will take that pink ward for himself, so that pink ward did not survive for that long, and they did not sweep anything or clear any wards out with it, so pretty good for 1nspire to spot that one out already. Norb just saying hello in the mid lane, giving a creep for himself, and and that rip. I mean, it's always nice where you can just like, just let me get this quick Relic stack, will you? It's like, yeah, thanks man. You even get a heal with it, so, you know, like, offer you something back for it.
I mean, it's fine early game, but when you get late game, you have that Relic shield stack. It's like, come on guys, let me this. No, come on, this.
Okay, give me this one.
Please.
Give me, no.
Yeah, it's so depressing.
Why you do this? No, indeed, that's support struggles. Definitely support struggles right there. Trying to get target stacks or relic stacks, whatever you want to call them. Especially as Thresh, it's really, really harsh.
Oh yeah. Especially if you like miss that one cannon creep, they're like, okay, you're not gonna get anything at all ever again.
Then get flamed by your AD carry.
Yeah. Don't come between an AD carry and its CS, because if you if you make him miss any, you're gonna get flamed for it. You know it.
Anyway, back to this game. Trunks, Trosis looking for a roam in the mid lane. Just Deathrip and Norb. I doubt they will go for this 3v2. Quite a big minion wave that they will have to fight through. Now Morsu finding himself in his bottom lane. See if he can go for this 1v1 matchup. Does not get that weak spot or vital spot it's called. Even the vital strikes in order to get some extra percentage damage down. Percentage health damage. So he will just be... Actually, he will be recalling instead. Wonder when the dragon will actually get taken. Been sitting there for quite a while. Think there was an opportunity.
Yeah, but interesting thing to notice is that Fiora has 31 CS and Nora has 15. So lane matchup right now is, or the lane swap I should say, is working out in a favor of Morsu. So, I didn't actually watch how they were managing in that lane phase, so I'm quite curious how he managed to pick up all that CS one lane in the bottom.
It was a bit of a combination of like starting off in the jungle, then go for the bottom lane for the 4-man push, get a bit of the side wave too before recalling, then went back later there. That's where he got the farm from, but I'm questioning myself then, where has Rowdy been like in all this, during all this time? It's like, I actually don't know.
Yeah, maybe that Sivir picked up most of the CS because she is 17 CS up on the Jinx, but finally we are gonna look at a Dragon pick up here by Asterion, and it's gonna be contested, so I have a small damage bonus after this one, fairly easily.
It will not do that much as of now, but indeed later on, once you hit a couple items, it will be pretty good. Norb and Morsu in this top lane pushing the minions. Pushing minions! Always gets me every single time. Anyway, they're just pushing for the turret. They do want a little bit of that global gold down and also a bit of global pressure. It's always nice. Kadir going for the enemy red buffs. Let's see if he can actually get this one safely. Would be pretty neat if he could get this one. Maybe see if he can get a 3 buff later on. Already see that Deathrip is securing that pink ward around the red buff, just to see if no one is counter invading them.
Yeah, they're trying to get some more vision control in here. A lot of pink wards actually, in the enemy jungle, which is quite ballsy. They are getting some more vision in Asterian's jungle, but they did that last game as well. And on Morsu's side of the map as well, so they want to give him freedom to do what he think he does best, and to help him do that, they want to give him that vision, so he doesn't get ganked too often without knowing coming. So have to send 2 man into the top lane to deal with him, and Greg is coming in as well, but he's spotted, so Morsu wisely backing off.
And indeed, that's the thing, like Morsu, like they just want to play on their strength, and indeed if they think that Morsu can pull that off, then they should play around that, and it's been working for them quite well so far, so why not? Kadir now looking for a target, nice headbutt onto Kitty, spell shield is down, Pulverize comes out, and this is actually the first spot of this game, and it's a pretty relatively late first spot that we've seen so far in this tournament, just 10 minutes in.
Like most first bloods have been on like 1 minute mark-ish. Usually like a level 2 or level 3 gank succeeding in either top or bottom lane. So yeah, it's a pretty late one, but teams of course are trying to be a bit more safe, as of course a lot is on the line right now. Asterion can't afford to lose this match, or they're gonna be out. They'll secure that 3rd place as we said before though, so away with a nice prize at least. And Deathrip, but awkward spot there, taking some damage, but nothing to worry about just yet.
Should be all okay. Just put a band-aid on it, and then everything is fine again. But like I'm also again, he's again in the side lane, and I do have to say, like again, like LoL and Lions, they seem to deal with it so well with having like a double teleport strat of themselves, where they run TP on their mid laner, have a control mage there, and always have someone being able to deal with Morsu. And now Morsu gets all the breathing room to do whatever he wants. So like you mentioned, like he's just getting all the side wave farm. He already has a time at working towards a Revenant Hydra who have a lot of lifesteal, extra burst, and can just like keep split pushing. And look at this, they even get a mid outer turret.
It kind of feels like Asterion are not taking risks at the moment, and that's pretty much allowing Fire to do whatever they want. They're just pushing down on all the lanes so far. They have 3 outer turrets already against the single 1 turret that Asterion managed to get here. And of course, the only upside they have is that 1 dragon that they got, but want to scale up towards 5 dragons again like last game. They're gonna have to stall out quite a while. Also denying Kitty from that grab there. Takes
that one for himself, does not get stolen away by Kitty. So also 90 CS actually, like in a lane swap scenario, he has quite some farm right now. So I'm actually surprised that Morsu got so much room in order to farm back up, and he'll be a pretty dominant force. We have seen Fioros before. Very strong pick. Once you get that ultimate off, you're pretty much unstoppable in team fights. It's so hard to deal with. And I'm actually surprised that I don't see a Morellonomicon all night. I mean, Athene's Holy Grail pretty important against like Nidalee and Victor, but what about the heal then? What do you think?
For sure, I mean, going for phases once again, but I feel like it's kind of late into the game when it finally ramps up to its full potential. There are other items that would give him better earlier spike, as they're doing quite well now in this early game.
Have to see if that actually gets compensated later on. Kadir now going for the Skull Crab, takes that one down. Always nice to give the Skull Crab to your jungler, because like you saw, the extra 30 gold comes in for taking the Skull Crab. Since it is a neutral monster, it will give the extra gold. And look at this death rip. Looks like they will be able to get this blue buff away from the enemy. Ooh, did it get stolen actually? Wait, where did the blue buff go?
Trunks?
Oh, it actually went to Trunks, but Morsu now joining into this fight. Chaos Storm comes out. There's a great shockwave onto the backline, but will it be enough? Exhaust onto Shroudy. Can they run from this? Shroudy will be close to transforming. Look at all the damage from the laser. Super back at Death Rocket does miss, so they do not get any kills out of this, but they do get a nice push on this turret. It's dropping low to 50% HP, but that's about it. Now they have to force themselves back. Dragon just got live though, so let's see to who this will go. Most likely Inspire, already 50% HP, dropping lower, and no one is around off ASD.
Yeah, so they pick up a nice dragon. I mean, Knight's always a bit trouble. Morsu
maybe a little bit too confident there. Did pop the grand challenge, but cannot proc the ultimate. Maybe if it could have proc that ultimate, maybe he would have gone in, but he doesn't have quite enough damage to take that one down instantly. Otherwise, he had to take a little bit more room in order to proc that. So that is a 1 gold wasted, and also he had to flash away.
Yeah, but nevertheless, he just tries to assert his dominance, showing that he isn't afraid to go in. 1v4, a bit too much for him to take on, and have picks up another. Well, the first dragon for them. K golded at this time, so they are doing quite well.
Indeed,
I mean, Morsu
in dragons and also 3-2-1 in turrets. So far, Inspire having a great lead in this one. You can see that in the goal, about 3k ahead. got a nice lead. Deathrip will be taking that blue buff. Also, I think he is working towards a Morello Nomica. I would assume so. It's a Phoenix Codex, and Hexcore already has the first upgrade. Oh, actually the first 2 upgrades already. So I'm actually wondering if he will be maxing that out first to sit on that, or like completely finishing the augments on his skills and then go for an item, because that is something you could do on Victor just to get like the full utility of like all his spells. Like, what do you think? What would you want to go for this game?
It kind of depends how he's doing mana wise, because of course the Morello gives cooldown reduction and mana regen. And get the blue buff just now, so extra utility you get from different spells does bring a lot to the table. Questionable. I'm kind of wondering. I think that he already had the Mark II upgrade and then went for the Finders Codex and another Amp Tome. So
I wouldn't bet my money on it myself. I'm not quite sure if that indeed is the case.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't pay too good attention to his items, I'm afraid. So, but nevertheless, it won't take us too long before we find out. But oh man,
what's up with the Gragas's not really having these solid ultimates? I mean, been used. I've seen a lot of these people hit amazing explosive casts, but like today it seems to be a theme to just like completely whiff them.
But this does allow Fire to put more pressure onto the middle lane. They don't have any minions left though, but knowing that explosive cask is down makes them feel a bit more safe here.
Earlier they did get the turret in bottom lane, the tier 2. Also looking to try and get the tier 2 in this mid lane. That would open up a lot, but look at the huge minion wave in the top lane is ramping up, and if they do not move in time, it might actually hit the turret and take quite some damage for that. Chaos Storm even came out just to pressure them out, zone them a little bit away, and Gravity Field, not sure if that came out either, but that is something amazing you can do with Victor. Like, just pop down the gravity field, just to force them away.
Yeah, of course, it's mostly the burst of the initial cast you're looking for. Now what he's gonna pick up, because he went back to base and he did go for the Morello, so I'm guessing I'm right. I'm just gonna say I'm right. He did get the Mark II first and then he went for the Morello. So finishing up his boots as well, getting those sword boots in there for a little bit more magic penetration, and he should carry with his poke now.
Yeah, wants to emphasize that cooldown reduction with a little bit of spell penetration there, so he will definitely start hitting like a truck at this point, because you know the augment also gives the extra ability power, so sitting on an extra item technically and also adding bonuses to your spells, pretty neat. I would take that on any champion, to be honest. Like, I would love that. Like, maybe what would that be for Jinx? Like, add a stone to the zap. It's like just attach a taser to it.
Oh
it's
lord!
Like
this ain't CS:GO. We ain't got no tasers here. Come on. That would seriously. I mean, that would be so weird.
We've got guns that shoot lasers.
Oh, but Deathrip
overall. Oh, indeed, the flash and a flash, but Deathrip will be able to get away from this one. Good attempt from Trunks, but also good reaction from Deathrip, actually flashing away, so he will not get knocked back into the team of AST. So back to the mid lane, trying to clear that one out. Laser did get blocked by the Unbreakable, so then Deathrip's like, fine, I'll use my Chaos Storm, okay? Like, here you go. There you go. Happy now? Okay, now go away from my turret, okay, will you?
Just trying to reenact Gandalf. Shall not pass here.
Shall not pass. Pop the Chaos Storm. Was that also in the movie, the Chaos Storm?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Gandalf was pretty powerful, and so is Deathrip right here. He has a lot of damage, so.
Despite all the vision control that AST has in their own jungle, there's also a lot of vision control from
Asterion.
Sorry?
Asterion.
Yeah, Asterion, but Inspire.
Fire.
There we
Oh
go.
wait.
Inspire. My bad. Yeah, it's getting really late. Holy.
Oh
Uh,
man.
yeah, indeed. Like Inspire also has a lot of vision in the enemy jungle, so both of these teams have a lot of information on their own jungle. But this means more good to Inspire than it is for AST because you know it's your own jungle. You do want to have full control of there, and if they don't start sweeping that out quite quickly, then Inspire will slowly but surely start choking you into corners and actually catch you in those corners.
And right now, I mean, we're heading up to the 22-minute mark, kind of our average Baron timer for the first one. So I'm hoping that they're gonna set up something, because so far, only 1 kill. I think this has been the slowest game you have casted so far.
I think so too. Like, I've not casted a game yet today where it only had 1 kill in 20 minutes. I mean, we would have been doing Baron already at this point, like in the other games. So, indeed, both teams taking really, really slow. Of course, Inspire does want to take that 2-0 just to go straight through to the grand finals, but it is AST still wanting to give it a fight. They still have a chance to get there too. Just need to make it 1-1 first and then see if they can make it the 2-1. Oh, Norb though did not get the flash pulverize, so he is forced to pop the unbreakable wheel and actually just walk out. But surprisingly enough, he could just walk out of there, but that means like 1 big cooldown, which is that flash onto Norb, which is pretty important in the engages, is down.
Lots of hesitation out of Norb, stepping back, stepping forward, flashing anyway, getting slowed, but Shroudy looking for the re-engage, but what's the flash out of Jinx? So he can get a pick on her later with the flash down. Now still kills to the head for neither team, but Morsu really wants it. He's going for it right here, but needs to be careful of the stun.
He went for the repose though, but that's Mega Deathwalker. Kadir will finish that one off. Meanwhile, the flank from Deathrip and Norb will not be taking any kills and instead will give 1 kill to the enemy team. But that is the thing, you have a really squishy lineup. It's really hard to flank such a dominant front line like Gragas Gnar. But they did get a lot of damage, that was just not enough. It's only a 1-for-1 trade, so doesn't do that much for the teams, but it is still Inspire able to push for this mid inhibitor turret.
Support for a mid laner though, so got on the better end of that trade, I think. However,
I would agree.
Not much they can do with it.
Well, normally as a supporter you should be okay by just taking the 1-on-1 trade if there's a carry on the other side that you're taking with you. But at the same time, it is still Inspire pushing all of these lanes and applying the pressure. So in that case, I would also call it even, or at least considerably even, since no one is really actually able to do anything with the kills. They just took the kills for extra gold, I suppose. But like you want to see if you can get these objectives, right?
Yeah, and they haven't been able to except for 1 turret and 1 dragon. Bronx is trying to get some vision control, but gets chugged down quite a bit.
Oh, he's still tanky. Gragas just needs to use a couple of these spells. There's the flash. Great catch on Jills. Completely caught off guard. He has no summoners, so this will be 1 kill. Can they get the second? Kadir gets stunned up by the concussive blows. So this is an amazing catch from AST, but what can they get out of this? They're like, Baron. Oh no, wait, what? No, this is actually not our previous games, so we cannot go for Baron yet. So I guess we'll just turn around to the bottom side of the map, see if we can get this vision down and just plant these walls down.
That was an excellent pick, but the thing is they didn't have the map control to get any objective out of it, because they don't have the vision control for Baron, they didn't have top lane push, they didn't have bot lane push, and mid lane, it's kind of risky to still push that hard onto man of Inspires. But Morsu, my lord, you're doing a lot of damage.
The amount of damage he already has does Will he take actually Trunks down? Yes, he will. And there is the Guan has being procced by Death Grip. And that's just two pickups that you got there, just out of nowhere. But meanwhile, Kitty is in his bottom side of the map, taking that bot turret. But look at this. There we go, the 26 minutes. Still relatively early, but not as early as we've seen before. But I think 1nspire is actually strong enough. Yeah, they're strong enough. They're just taking it down really easily still. It's like,
no problem at all.
What happened to Baron? Why is it so easy to do all of a sudden? Like, I thought it would be as tough as nails to do it these days, but it's like, this team's just showing like, yeah, we can do that 20 minutes straight. Yeah, sure. Why not?
I would kind of imagine, I mean, with, for example, the Jax and the Blade of the Rune King, it is quite easy because you get the percentage health damage on it, and we had the Kazakhs. He has isolation damage, but still here with this team comp, no worry at all. It is 4 minutes later then.
You do have to jinx though again.
Yeah.
So I guess you do have to jinx there. So I guess that counts. I guess that would count. Actual attack speed, always good to have. But now they do transit into this bottom side of the map. Because Dragon is respawning, they also discover that the blue buff is up. The enemy will be trying to go for that. Sweeper comes out in 9 vision. 2 bolts actually in the brush right now. Can they get the steal? Will they let it go? To who will it go? And it looks
Oriana.
Yeah, it did go to Oriana by the looks of it. Let me double check. Yes, it did. So at least they secured a blue buff. But it is a dragon, the 3rd dragon for 1nspire, so they will be stacking up these Dragon Slayer stacks, and meanwhile Morsu all the time been pushing this top lane, forced to flash away from the Winter's Bite. Would have not landed most likely, but still better safe than sorry, because you just want to be a split push threat to the enemy team. And Morsu again doing his thing what he wants to do, doing his thing what he's good at, what he's born to do. His veins, blood.
Yeah, Baron buff gonna allow them to push it down pretty easily. They have enough minions both in top and bottom lanes.
Completely destroying both the turret and Shroudy. It is that Shroudy actually transformed, but man, that amount of damage that Morsi can put out is insane. 24's doing wonders for him.
Oh boy.
And now Inhibitor will be dropping down. Oh, what did happen in the top lane? The camera did not go there. I'm not quite sure. It was a 1-for-1 trade, but a great catch from Trunks onto Deathrip, so he will go down. It's a 2-for-1 so far. What else can they get? Great knock-up from Knuwer, but they will not be able to get any kills out of this, so it's a 3-for-1 so far. Super Mega Death Rocket will pick up one. Can he get a second though? There's the flash, there is the crit. Double kill for Gillis. Can he get more? Kitty just trying to hide in a brush, but does get spotted out by a ward. There's the slow, there's the heal. Shot down, not a triple kill though, but it is a shot down nonetheless, and that was a 4-for-3 still in the end, so Jill's coming up big time there.
Yeah, he managed to turn it around. What happened in the top lane, by the way? I mean, Morsu was trying to pick a fight with Knuwer, as we saw before that, but Sivir came in from the bottom, just threw a Boomerang Blade and an auto attack. However, Morsu did get the kill onto Knuwer before being finished off by this Sivir auto attack. So, good job by Morsu getting the 1-for-1 trade, even though he was outnumbered there.
Indeed, well done by him and Morsu. I mean, he got an open inhibitor right in the top lane at the same time. The rest of his team got the bot lane, the bot lane inhibitor. So all that they have to do then is breach open the mid lane. Baron buff, of course, is gone by now. I mean, the 3 mins half box, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Jinx was the only one alive anyway. So
yeah,
indeed, Baron buff is gone. It will be a little bit harder to breach the base of the enemy, but I think they are looking to actually start going top lane.
Yeah, open inhibitor, so it makes it a lot easier to get it down. Asterion is just they have some good fights here and there, like we saw just a minute ago. But oh man, Jills just came up strong in that fight, and now they take another inhibitor down.
Yes.
Starting to back off towards mid lane, push that minion wave up to Spirit, and
that looked pretty funky.
Yeah.
It was a body slam into a headbutt where it looked kind of like a bigger.
Yeah.
Body slam.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
That's like a body slam off the range of the headbutt.
Yeah. Brains.
Wait, it is indeed another inhibitor that they do take down, like you said. They got the 2 inhibitors, and now can they get the engage? Trunks does get a 3-man ultimate, but will it be enough? No, will not be enough. There is a Grand Challenge healing up pretty much the whole team of Inspire. They get 2 kills so far, but can they get more? They do get out safely. It's just a 2-for-1, but can they get the turret? That is the question. Shockwave did also go down, so there's no Shockwave being available for Knight, but look at that command attack, so low on cooldown. Morsu does go down to the command attack, not distortion, dissonance. I'm not sure if he quite expected, maybe tried to go for the riposte there, but oh no, okay, it did go down. I was almost scared that it actually did not go down, but the minion just there for the last hit, and this means a complete open base at AST's side. So Inspire have all the room to start chunking down these inhibitors. Two are still down, 1 will be respawning soon, but Baron will also be respawning soon within the 1 minute, and I think there's a lot of playground that Inspire can use.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate that Inspire lost the jinx of all of the champions they had, because that would have maybe allowed them to inhibitor down, or at least it would have made it a lot easier for them to take down the turret because of the long range with her rockets. Dragon and Baron both coming up at pretty much the same time, but I kind of guess that Fire is just going to set up for the Baron. Dragon is nice to have, but they can't risk giving away that Baron very on here.
A Baron would allow AST to stall out a little bit longer, because empowered minions against super minions is pretty neat to have, and you also deny the Baron buff from your enemy in that situation. So indeed, I would say definitely important for them that they do take rank control. Actually, look at the map. I do not see a single rat ward except for the 2 in their own base.
Oh man.
Or will it be the classic Fnatic? Pretty poor headbutt, not headbutt, pull rush from Nob, does not really find anyone, but it doesn't matter. Jinx is really big, does get the double kill together with Morsu on the double kill. It will be a triple kill for Jills, but it looks like this is a full ace, and it is indeed a full ace. They ignore the last inhibitor, just the Super Mega Death Rocket, because why not? There's the surrender, they don't even have to finish off themselves, and this is a 2-0 for Inspire.
Well played by them. I mean, this game looks a little bit more... Well,
it was really slow. Like,
I don't know.
Compared to the other games, it was a lot slower. I mean, we had the first spot at 10 minutes, and that was the only kill there for at around 23 minutes, was it?
21, 22 minutes, yeah.
Something like that. And then after that, it was like 4 to 3 maybe, and then we had a Baron at 26 minutes, so relatively late Baron from what we have seen.
Yeah.
But indeed, very calm play for both of these teams, but in the end, it was Inspire actually taking that game.
Yeah, I think Asterion, it just didn't look like they were taking risk or making really big plays on the map. Have maybe allowed them to win this match. Yeah, Inspire just taking it away from the get-go, really. Having a lot of control here on the map. So that does it at least for this matchup. And we're gonna get the first place prize in.
Just showing what these guys are playing for. This is the nice shack we will be handing out to the winners. As you can see, €1,200 first place pool. And tomorrow at 9, I believe it starts, will be the grand final. It's a best of 5, and it will be Lowland Alliance Ice versus Inspire. So even all teammates meeting each other. Morsu, of course, facing Kirai and Koskyu, 2 former teammates where they have played on Lowland Alliance before when they were in the Challenger Series. So maybe a little bit of rivalry there too. Looking forward to the smack talk on Twitter, maybe, if it does come out after all. But yeah, I have to say, amazing games. Everyone has, like, most of the teams have been playing really well so far. and it's just really exciting games, especially these couple last ones.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the bracket phase is a lot more exciting, and it's going to be a little bit of a rematch of the winner bracket final. So we're going to see tomorrow morning if 1nspire has it in them to this time defeat LoL Alliance Ice finals of the Reality here in Alsa. Any final words from you, Gevous, before we're gonna head off to
Yes,
bed? Because it's
indeed.
been a long day.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this day up, at least when it comes to this tournament. This is the Trust League of Legends tournament. So first of all, thank you to Trust for sponsoring this tournament.